Ka'alayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone who rule well, teach well with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. The brothers who labor in this truth. Salutations to you, brothers. And you brothers and very few sisters who believe in this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I pray this lesson is edifying to the flock, to the sheep. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And we're in the time where you're seeing the great sifting being done amongst you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and all those that are scattered abroad in other nations. All right, they look like other nations, but come from the seed of Israel. All right, come from the seed of Jacob, from the 12 patriarchs of Israel. All right, so seeing a great sifting being done, man. And it's a time, the spirit is out there. Elder Apostle Gabal was even talking about it's the spirit of tighten things up, and setting our house in order, and making sure that through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're on point. Stay on point, within starting with yourself, and then even with the people around you, just to continue to be on point, man. Because the Lord is doing a great sifting right now, and especially you're seeing these different doctrines that we're in the new covenant. The MOTB is sin or other things, and so many things that's contrary. And through the understanding of this sound doctrine, the true gospel within the scriptures, man. And that's the lack of studying. That's why the scripture says study to show thyself approved. All right, and that's the lack of the spirit ultimately supping with those individuals and set them up to be a stumbling block to others. Because that great sifting has to be done. It's scriptural, man. We know that there's going to be a portion of you Israelites that will not make it on this side, and there's going to be a portion of you Israelites that will see salvation, man. Will be the first fruits of the kingdom to come, which is Yahweh Shai's kingdom. Yahweh Shai's kingdom, man. All right, so it's going to be a great sifting. It's going to be a trial. It's going to be to see if you are acceptable men. See if you are eligible to be a remnant. That remnant that's going to be delivered, that those first fruits of kings and priests, man. A nation of kings and priests. All right, and then even you women out there that's going to be princesses, man, daughters of Zion. All right, so I'm seeing a great sifting being done, man. And it's, again, we always say, quote it all the time. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, because there's always things that's happening that can get you out of this thing, man. That's why the first thing of the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and understanding and knowledge. All right. But let's go to some of these precepts and then go from there. Amos 9. Start at 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth. All right, just to qualify that was talking about the nation of Israel. Then, and it's talking about that sinful kingdom. It's talking about here in Babylon, America. But it's also, we're the Lord's people, man. So it's always going to start at us, and we're going to get that precept too, as well. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, save the Lord. So there's going to be an elect that's going to be able to make it a remnant that will be saved. All right. But lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel. You see, among all nations, like the corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All right, so that the elect is going to be, like I said, they're going to be preserved. All right, all the sinners of my people should die by the sword. So those are the ones who's gonna die. Who's the Lord's people? You Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, and again, those ones scattered abroad, and then these other nations. All right, may look like the other nations, but you come from the seed of Israel. All right, Salakia, and all my people. And all the sinners of my people should die by the sword, which say the evil should not overtake nor prevent us, right? Because they loathe the Lord's law. They haven't repented, acknowledged their offenses. They haven't did the things that was pleasing unto the Lord. So there's gonna be a judgment waiting for their ass. All right, and we pray that we can endure to the end. All right, because we understand that many are called, but only few are going to be chosen, man. It's going to be a selective group. The elect will be delivered, man. All right, below I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like the corn is sifted in the sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil should not overtake nor prevent us. And that day, while I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and you're seeing that being happening now, and it's truly going to come into fruition in the kingdom to come, right? And I will raise up the ruins, and I will build it as the days of old. All right, it's going to be in completion in the kingdom. All right. You're seeing the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom coming back together, and you're seeing these things. You're seeing men being woken up. That breath of life is being breathed into those dry bones. That's what's happening, man. Ezekiel 37 is happening. That prophecy is happening right before your eyes, where you're seeing people are waking up at an all-time rate, man. All right. Yeah, man, so that's that. But there's a sifting being done, and that's what we're discussing, man. There's a great sifting that the Lord is doing. So let's go to Matthew 13, and let's start at 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven, matter of fact, you know what? Matthew 13 and 47. And again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat there. So that word, like the Lord said, we become fishers. We're the men of the Lord, the prophets, the teachers. They're gonna be casting out that net, right? They're gonna be fishing for fishers of men. Right, that's why the Lord Yahweh said that He's going to make you a fishers of men. And if you go into Jeremiah, there's a time to fish, and now we're in a time of fishing right now, fishing of men, casting out that net. But see, when doing the Lord's business, casting out that net, ultimately, there's going to be a sifting being done, and that's what's happening, man. And it's ultimately going to be done, when it's all said and done. When the kingdom of heaven is going to be a sifting to go into that next phase, which is Yahweh Shah's kingdom. All right, but we're going to get into it, right? Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore. So, right, and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world. See, that's what you see. This is what we're talking about right now. The angels should come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. How you think that's going to be done? There's going to be those that's going to be put to death, man. Right? There's going to be those of the nation of Israel that's going to be put to death. Right? And then there's going to be those that be delivered and into those chambers, man. And the end of the world, the angels should come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. All right. right? There's going to be what's that great fire that's going to happen here in America? Them thermonuclear missiles that's going to hit this place and other places as well. But mainly the great altar is going to be here in Babylon, man. Here in America, the daughter of Babylon, that great city. All right? And shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Yahweh Shai said unto them, have ye understood all these things? They said unto him, yea, Lord. Then said he unto them, therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and as old. All right, so now let's read that in the New Living Translation, starting at 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a fishing net that was thrown into the water and caught fish of every kind. When the net was full, they dragged it up unto the shore, sat down, and sorted the good fish into the crates, but threw the bad ones away. That is the way it will be at the end of the world. The angels will come and separate the wicked from the righteous. All right, so you want to be considered that good fish, man. That good fish, man. All right, and sorted the good fish into the crates. You want to be considered those, man. You don't want to be the bad ones, which is the majority of Israel is going to be the bad ones, the 2/3, and we'll get that as well. That is the way it will be at the end of the world. The angels will come and separate the wicked people from the righteous. All right, so starting with the house of Israel, let's prove that. Matter of fact, let's continue this, throwing the wicked into the fiery furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Do you understand all these things? Yeah, they said, we do. Then he added, every teacher of religious law who become a disciple in the kingdom of heaven is like a homeowner who brings from his storeroom new gems of truth as well as old. All right, so let's go into, matter of fact, let's see, that's great. Let's go into, let's see, we'll go there first and then we'll end it off there. Ezekiel 9:4. Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of it. And that's that mark of exemption, right? That exemption of judgment, right? And to the others he said, in my heart go ye after him through the city. So this is Jerusalem. Remember, we're a people before a place. All right. And to the others he said, in mine heart go ye after him through the city, and smite, let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little women and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. So the Lord's going to start here in Israel, man. All right? His people first, man. All right? Because we're the only ones that the Lord consider his people, man. This special nation unto himself. All right? That will receive the law, statutes, and commandments. And sin, only the true sinners can be a nation of Israelites, man, because we've been given the law. And what is the sin? Transgression of the law, man. So it's a beautiful thing, man, where, you may know who you are, but now that's the only beginning. You have to make your calling and election sure. That's why it says due diligence, okay? To make your calling and election sure. Many are called, a few are chosen. And you have to do the best you can. Ultimately, it's up to the Lord. The Lord, the angels going to do the sifting at the end, and you just pray. That's why it says pray without ceasing. Give supplication unto the Lord. All right, and that's you building that one-on-one connection with the intercessor Yahweh Shai, because he's going to give he's going to speak on your behalf to the Father, man, and pray that the Lord kept you and preordained you from the foundation of the earth. All right, because like I said, we'll go here and we'll just end it here in Zechariah 13 and 8 and and 7. Matter of fact, I'll start at 8. And it should come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. You see, that's 2 parts of Israel, but the third is going to be left in. All right, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. But they, so like it's tried, they should call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. You see? So we're at a time where there's going to be a sifting being done, man. And there's going to be a majority of the nation of Israel that's going to be cut off and be put to death. Especially here in Babylon, man. You're going to see it. This is talking about here in Babylon. That's why it says, in all that land. All right? So, I pray this lesson was edifying, man. And just again, man, all willing, I don't want Ratazah, we're able to endure to the end. Because those are the ones that's going to see salvation, man. All right? So, shalom to the whole world.